Welcome back to Financial Freedom. I'm Yvonne Davis, author, astrologer, and life transformation coach, and of course, a YouTuber. And in this channel, we're talking about all things related to financial freedom, eliminating debt, and not necessarily investing, but some ideas about how to make the most of your money, retire early, achieve financial independence, self-employment, any of those topics related to financial freedom and retirement lifestyle. So today I am doing another financial freedom affirmation. And this one, I am also going to mention a book titled Real Magic by Dean Radin, PhD. He is apparently the chief scientist at the Institute of Noetic Sciences. And he has some other powerful positions in the area of psychic research. And of course, me being an astrologer, this has always been very interesting to me. And I have worked with manifestation techniques, and I know that they do actually work. And so I picked up this book, Real Magic, because I wanted to see what he had to say about the subject. So this is going to bring us to the affirmation today, okay? So let me just set this up in terms of what he is saying in the book that kind of consolidates or encapsulates the function of manifestation. Okay, when I say function, I mean like how does it actually work? And so he points out, which I totally agree with him, that the two most important things are attention and intention. So your intention is what you want to do, what you want to accomplish, your goals, your dreams, your visions, your fantasies, your hopes, your wishes, and your intentions. So the things that you actually want and plan to do. Okay, so that's how you set your intention. You have to have clarity. You have to know what you want. Most people don't really achieve what they want because for the first reason is that they don't actually know what they want. They don't actually have clarity and focus, okay? Another one of my favorite teachers, which I've mentioned before, is Rick Jarrow, and he did the Ultimate Anti-Career Program. It's an audio program that you can easily get it probably through your library. I know I've been able to get it through my library using Overdrive, so it just shows up on my computer and on my phone, and I can listen to it for free. But you can also buy it through an audio, program platform like Audible. So I highly recommend it if you are looking to become self-employed or do work that you love. Okay. So one of the things that he said is we have 50,000 thoughts a day. I don't know how they've managed to measure this, but according to him, that's the number, and it makes sense to me. So here's the deal. If you can get 500 of those thoughts going in the same direction, which is 1%, you will be unstoppable. That's why clarity and focus and concentration, especially clarity and focus, you have to know what you want. So maybe that's the affirmation for today. I am clear and concise and focused on what I want. I know what I want. I know what I intend to create in my life. And when you get that kind of clarity, you will become unstoppable. The second piece of it is the attention. So if you set your intention and then you stay focused on it, you focus your attention on your intention. Okay. So, just take, for example, I decided to create a new channel. And the reason why I did that was because although I love my Yvonne Davis Psychic Tarot Astrology channel, I absolutely love it. I love doing that work. And yet I end up feeling constrained. I felt that there were many, many things I wanted to talk about that did not relate to specifically astrology or tarot or psychic or, such topics as metaphysics, spirituality, things like that. And so I felt a bit constrained. I wanted to kind of be able to remove or take off the cloak of that whole psychic astrology constraint and be able to talk about other things that fascinate me, that I'm passionate about. Okay, so that's why I decided to create this channel. And it's new, obviously, but I want to be able to share with you everything that I know on these topics, and hopefully you can benefit from that. That gives me a lot of joy and pleasure in life, to be creative and to contribute on a topic that I am passionate about. So that was my intention. I said to myself, how can I be able to share on topics that I am passionate about, but it appears it's not going to work on my astrology channel because people go there because they want to see things related to astrology and tarot. So how can I do that? So I came up with the idea to create a new channel. So I did that. That's what I'm doing now. I'm building a new channel. That's my intention. So attention means that when you set your intention, you need to focus your attention. So like Rick Jarrow said, you need to get at least 500 of your 5,000 thoughts a day going in the same direction. Going in other words, about 1%. And that sounds actually pretty minimal. But the focus is what matters, okay? The focus, the clarity, the concentration. And that means that each thing you're doing during the day, you need to ask yourself, is this taking me toward my intentions? Is this taking me toward my goals? Is this what I really want? Because if it's not, then, time will go by and you'll wonder, well, why don't I have financial freedom? Why don't I have financial independence? Why don't I have any passive residual income? Why am I not self-employed? Why am I not an entrepreneur? Why can't I make enough money? Why haven't I bought that house that I wanted? Or whatever it was that you were longing for. And there's a reason for that. And the reason is because you gave your attention and resources to something other than what you actually said you wanted. And so you got to look at everything, okay? You need to look at, when you wake up in the morning. When I wake up in the morning, I love my work so much. The first thing I do, aside from getting my coffee, because I'm a coffee addict, I love coffee. I sit quietly in I would say, semi-meditative state. And I quiet my mind so that I can focus and get clarity on my intentions for the day. And sometimes I journal, mainly because I don't want thoughts repeating. So if I have like a to-do list, I'll just write those things down so I don't have to keep repeating them in my mind. I can open my mind for whatever wants to come in. And when I've set my intentions and I've quieted my mind, the universe speaks to me. We have all the resources of the universe at our fingertips. And that's another affirmation. So I'll probably have to take this video, which is, I think, very informative in itself, very interesting, and sort of splice out some of these affirmations and make other videos, shorter videos on those specific affirmations. But that's another one that I love, is the statement, the affirmation. I have at my fingertips all the resources of the universe. And that is actually true. Most of us block it for whatever reason. Either we don't believe it, we don't think we're worthy, etc., etc. But at least if we know that this is possible, and I know that it is, then we can begin to affirm that truth. I have at my fingertips all the resources of the universe. Okay? So remember, all throughout the day, where are you focusing your attention? So after I do that initial, very relaxing, meditative focus, clarity, concentration, writing in my journal, get clear what I want to accomplish in the day, what I intend to accomplish in the day, make my to-do list, do some brainstorming. If there's anything that sort of needs to be fleshed out, I can just journal it out so that I can get back to concentrating, focusing, clarity, intention, all my attention going in the same direction. And then I almost just leap out of the chair. It's that chair right there where I sit in the morning and do my morning meditation. And then like I said, I practically leap out of the chair. I'm ready to get to work. And I tend to, I work a normal 8-hour day, but not necessarily all compacted. Sometimes it is. More often, there will be a block of time in the morning of a few hours, sometimes up to 4 hours, or sometimes longer, and then an afternoon block of time. So I'm usually done around 5 p.m. And I don't know really why that is, maybe just because of years of working in a law firm and working for CBS, I sort of got trained to work in those 2 4-hour blocks of time. And then just for some reason around 5 p.m., I start to realize, okay, I've given all I can for the day, so I'm going to shift to something else. And days when I need a day off, I give myself a day off. I don't necessarily do the 9 to 5, Monday through Friday thing, but I do tend to work in blocks. The blocks are more likely to be probably from 7 to 11 or noon, and then about 1 to 5 in the afternoon. And again, I'm not tracking that. It's just that I notice that that's usually how it goes. So it could just be that I trained myself when working in a corporate law firm and a television station. But the point that I really want to make is that the reason I'm productive is because I'm in alignment. I love what I do. I don't have to struggle. I'm not at war with myself. And when I need a day off, I take a day off. So it's not necessarily Monday through Friday, then off on the weekends. It's just I work until I need time off, and then I take time off and I rest, and I come back, and I trust my energy system to tell me what I need and what I want to do. And in the beginning of my process, I actually had a lot of fear around that. I wasn't sure I could trust myself. I was afraid that if I took time off, that I wouldn't be as productive as I needed to be. And it probably took a few years to begin to trust myself, that my energy could tell me what I needed. And if I trusted it and really let myself relax and recreate when I needed to, that I would come back much more refreshed and productive. So there are 4 more things that I want to talk about really quickly, and I will continue to do videos on my self-employment process and being a YouTuber, and anything else that's interesting to all of you. Talk about camera equipment. I don't know what all you, since this is all new, I'm new to this, you're new to this, please feel free to share in the comments what is most helpful to you. And if you have any questions, and I will do my best to address those based on being an entrepreneur And as I said, my path started at the end of May 2002. So that was 18 years ago. But I left my last full-time permanent job in early February 2009. So that was over 11 years ago. And so, because it does take time, it didn't happen overnight. It was probably 9 years in fits and starts until 2006 when I fully got my wheels on the track. Then it began to speed up. And so there were times when I went back temporarily, at 1.7 months, another point, maybe a year and a half, back to full-time permanent job. And then also did some part-time side hustles and some temp jobs, things like that, developing multiple streams of income. So I will share all of that with you on my self-employment series. But there are 4 more things that I want to say in this video, which is that the 4 keys that he talks about in Real Magic, and he gives you some techniques as well, very fascinating book. They are belief and imagination, and of course clarity, which we just talked about, and also, I remember what the 4th one is. For some reason I'm thinking enthusiasm, but I'm pretty sure that's not it. But you know what? I will come back and I will do more videos like this, because affirmations are all about getting your head in the right space. Okay, clearing out the clutter, clearing out the trash, the blockages, the obstacles, all that psychic clutter, the lead that weighs you down and holds you back and obstructs you from really moving forward energetically to create what you want in your life. So we will talk more about all of these things. We'll talk more about belief, how you use your imagination and capacity for creative visualization, more about clarity. But this is sort of an introduction. So this video, this affirmation, I think will really be, I have at my fingertips all the resources of the universe. But I know I'm going to need to talk about that more, because believe me, until you've done it for quite a while, like I have, I think there can be a lot of confusion about how this stuff works. But I can assure you, it does work. I got myself from when I worked as a patent paralegal, full-time patent paralegal, working for a prestigious nationwide law firm. Great job, but I was not happy. I wanted to be a self-employed entrepreneur doing something creative that I was passionate about. And I did achieve that goal. And so, and now I'm financially free. I get to choose how much to work, when to work, what kind of work to do. And so I'm so much happier, so much happier. I absolutely love my life. And I will continue to share more about this. So I realize this was probably pretty long, but I'm just so passionate about these topics, and I want to share everything I know with you. So I hope that was helpful, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye-bye.